Once again, we back at it. It's the Studio Radio Show. My boy Cam here today. And we got a special guest here. Matter of fact, he's a great artist. He's popping out here in the city. He's making his moves. Matter of fact, he's doing like my boy. He damn on to make press carry out.
Yeah.
He's moving around here. He's moving and shaking in the city. This is my boy DenHim. DenHim, let's talk to him.
Nice to meet y'all. My name is DenHim. The H is silent. Your boy's from Houston. But we rocking. We rocking. My bad. But nah, yeah, we rocking. And I have a single that's out right now called Shot in the Dark. It's been out for a few months. Or pushing the hell out of it.
Okay.
And then I got a single, another little breakup joint called Suspect that's coming out in Valentine.
Oh, he hit us. Okay, he hit on it. So we can go right in. We can go right in. Now, this, I love to always ask our guests, deep dive into the questions. We like to flesh out who you are as an artist, kind of pick your brain about certain things that you might like, things that you might not like, who you are, sometimes I feel like a lot of times, we as an artist, because I'm an artist myself as well, we don't get a lot of, I would say the recognition that lasts with fans because they don't know us.
And so many, everyone wants to be an artist. No one wants to be a fan of them.
Come on, and talk about
speed. Artists, talk about what speed. Yeah, but it's about longevity. So, artists, you'll get aggravated quickly. True. So if it ain't really what you want to do, if it ain't something if you wasn't in front of the TV back in 2003, you're trying to watch 106 Park and dreaming of being on that show. You know what I'm saying?
It's probably not really.
It's not your passion. And not saying everyone's story got to be like that. But
yeah, he would not stop on it though, at real, because it's not like it's gone. Sometimes they do have people like that, but majority of the time you got to put in the work.
Man,
shout out.
I'm gonna ask you, Cam, what do you feel like as an artist today is missing from? And I'm gonna ask you the same question. Then, what do you guys feel? And so that way you can mold on it while I'm asking Cam as well. Is missing in the essence of music today, as far as us not being able to have that longevity, that lasting power, that sticking and that staying power with artists and with fans?
I don't think that there's anything really like missing. I think that it's more so of a control of mainstream, because normally I would say that it's not enough different artists, it's not enough originality, but it is a ton of originality, but the mainstream control of it makes it look like everything is the same, when that's really not the case. Like, you could mess with a lot of underground rappers or a lot of underground singers and get like 30 different sounds versus what's just on the radio or it's pushed.
It's all the same.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
It's easy to market.
And it's deeper. Well, the gatekeepers too, they control everything there. Everything wants to be, everything's got to be to their liking. And if that control of these artists, these big mainstream artists, they don't have control like that. And I'm just from being friends with some of them, like knowing what really goes down there, they don't have control, they don't have to say so, especially the way their deals are set up and structured. These labels paying you, you got to be their puppet. And, it's up to you as an artist.
Really?
Want to be the best puppet out there. Yes.
Is that what it's come to?
Artists that do like
Hopefully I can change that.
Hopefully. Come on, Mitch. That's what we got DenHim here.
For like a bunch of other people, like let's say a big artist did a feature for you, right? And everything's good with you and the artist, but then the label called and they're like, hey, we need like 10 bands for this feature. And the artist is like, well, I wasn't even charging. But the label's like, we need like 10 bands for this feature. And now you can't even drop it because maybe you wasn't money ready for that type of thing. And it's not a problem with artist to artist, it's the label in the middle.
And in the relationship, make like you have a very dope feature on or dope song on your project.
Okay.
And then the label ain't fucking with the producer, or they fucking with the artist, or they're on a different label, and they're like, oh, the fuck, it's about relationships here. And ain't going. It's gonna stay in the vault.
And I learned that a while ago. Unfortunately, this is why we didn't get I Can't Feel My Face from Wayne Jewels.
Yeah.
This is why we didn't get He Raps, He Sings from Wayne and T-Baby.
Yeah.
This is why we didn't get a lot of really great bodies of work where we'll hear certain artists do maybe like 2 or 3 features together, and we were like, damn, every time they get together, it's fucking crazy. Why don't y'all just do an album? They just ask.
And then that's another reason why some artists leak their stuff on purpose and be like, "Oh, I didn't leak it," but it's like because I know I got stuff on here that I know people want to hear. But like was like, and I'm gonna just give it to some random person.
Spend all this fucking money and we can't profit from it because y'all are being dickheads about who's gonna get the 60/40.
Yeah. And if you notice, some artists, not all artists, but some artists that do stuff like that, that leak stuff,
Right.
you're gonna know more. Because then,
Oh,
it goes back to that
that's why that blackball shit. Yeah, they will get you the fuck up out of here. Okay, so going into that side then, okay. Then you have music coming out right now. You have music out right now. Actually. The most recent album that you have out.
She don't have an album.
No albums, just still out. Okay.
Listing one second.
Hey, so
Yeah.
how long have you been doing music?
10 years.
10 years.
I did a different name.
Okay. If you would, tell the people. So they might be able to, you know what I'm saying, do a little digging, do a little crate running.
What you want to know? I'll tell you.
What was the old moniker you knew about? What was the old name?
This is my first time even. Damn.
Come on.
I used to go by Karen Hailey. I mean, I wasn't really known like that. The industry know me, kind of. I went by Karen Hailey.
Okay.
What's your first name, Cameron?
My first name is Cameron.
Hey.
We always usually go that way, especially in music, because it's like the wrestling route. I always say like wrestling and hip hop are so adjacent that people don't even like realize the shit between the machismo, the bravado, the I'm the man, I gotta be number one. Who's this challenger? Shit talking on the mic, look at me on the camera, ripping my shirt off, looking at the bling and all that shit. Wrestling and hip hop is like this, and people don't even realize that shit. So, to the side of the Cameron Hailey or the Randy Orton, right?
There's a story behind it, though.
Talk to us.
Cameron Hailey.
Talk to us.
Like I stated, so really going way back how I started. So my mother, she was killed when I was 9. She right. My mother could sing. My auntie also on my dad's side, her name is Gina Thompson. And she was an R&B singer back in the day. She was actually signed to Missy Elliott. She had a single called Things You Do. Feature Puff Daddy and having a lot of problems. And
shout out Auntie Gina.
but nah, she had some albums out. She had one album and she had an album that was Shell in 1999.
Right.
But she did have a hit single. So it kind of runs in the family, kind of.
Not kind of. That shit not kind of. He played it low.
But no, fast forward. I got signed when I got mentored by Lil Mo, R&B singer Lil Mo. She had management and my mentor for some years. And I was a 10th grade in high school when I met her officially.
What year was this?
This was 2017 all the way to 2020.
Yo, this was recent as fuck, yo.
I was in high school.
Yeah. This was recent. This wasn't like...
And I had a single with Solo Lil G called Highlight. I actually had another single called, Highlight was originally supposed to be for Post Malone. It was presented to Post Malone and then made his album. And then it was given to me. And I didn't write the single. And then they put Solo Lil G from Love and Hip Hop. At the time, he was on RCA, and they were trying to get me.
The dude with the blonde. Yeah. Okay.
We got a single together. We had a video and single together. And then I had
Yeah, we're still near Cameron Hailey at that time. Okay.
And I was 17. And they were trying to get me. Well, it was a situation where Mo was trying to get me a deal. Fast forward to COVID times, I had a couple singles on my belt. I had a mixtape on my belt. I was building my fan base. I had a whole other Instagram page. COVID happened, and slowly but surely, everybody just kind of went ghost. There was no deal. There was no management. Everyone just, and I'm gonna say it, like, not saying fuck Mo, like, she got me in the door.
Yeah.
And but she went ghost too. A lot of people went ghost.
Wow.
And it's
unfortunately, that is a part of the industry. What I realized with those kind of knocks, because I've had my own personal run-ins with the hip-hop legends. I mean fucking legends who have started this shit. And same shit, ghost. So my thing that I always remember is I always say, hey, you know what? There was somebody who did this to them initially. 2, they don't owe us shit because I look at our talent to speak enough for the fact that you saw me.
Yeah.
You saw me.
But it mentally for me and how I even had the
What is it?
Because I was in high school before I was a kid. So when it ended, like 3 days after I graduated high school, I moved to Atlanta because I went to go work on
Because I was ready to go.
and I dedicated a whole extra year until I was about 19 to, finish a project. I did a song with Jacquees at the time. I had got to work
My nigga was working.
in the vault. And to this day, none of those songs will be heard because I don't own that stuff.
What do you have?
That's my
you have access to? Like you can still listen.
you got them.
So
As you know it.
artists
That was like my learning period.
That's why I said we got to chop it, because I was like, I feel like it's something in there that my boy got to talk about. He got to flesh some shit out. A lot of times in this industry, I'm very scatterbrained when I speak to tops. I'm gonna say this. I do think that there needs to be a point where things like this that happens. I'm sure there is great fucking music that he has, especially his collaboratory.
But I was a kid. I wasn't even writing my music.
Man, but just still, because a lot of times I think, okay, worst come to worst, right? Let's say I know we don't speak these things into existence. I'm just saying that Jacquees was to pass away tonight. Then you got a song with the tunes.
If
17, 18, 32, 59.
some of Lucy Jacquees,
You have a repertoire of shit. And this is where I tell a lot of people, I was having this conversation with my producer last night, who also happens to be my older brother, where people talk about music so haphazardly, like it's so easy to do, and it's not. It's not.
And I was
It was so not easy to do.
I understand where you're coming from though, because like you said, bro, it's kind of like wrestling. And when you have an old image, like it's so hard to get rid of the old image that people know you from. It generated completely.
it was me. It was me. I was the problem. I can't speak for everybody, but it was me, because once it ended, and I wasn't even in contact with none of those people no more. It was like, told you, everything dissipated. I got a regular job, and I just was like, fuck it. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, so I moved back to Houston at 21. I did one more EP that didn't do shit, and then.
It's okay.
But it was me. It was me. And yeah, man, like
you can still work.
I was still claiming, y'all know me because I used to be signed with Mo. Y'all, and it got spoken like 4 or 5 years was cast, and no one remember that shit because it never really popped up for many people. But for me, I held on. I cleaned on to the past, and then
Hey y'all, he cooking.
Yeah,
he giving y'all the real. This is how we really like. This is how shit happens. It is.
Yeah.
When you end up with a rapper, a singer, an artist who is in their own self-grandiosity sometimes, and we don't realize, like, nigga, it's done. It's time to make the new version of that.
Well, my fucking moment. So I attempted to change my name one time. I changed my name from Cameron to Kane. Then it didn't do my. But this was for a short period of time. I did an EP called Tapping. At the time, I was working with Higher Heights. People weren't that known. There was a guy named Singer Sterling. He was kind of trying to manage me. And a few others in Houston. I was trying to get acclimated down here. And it just, I ended up getting hit with a cease and desist. So as soon as it started kind of picking up momentum, I charted on Apple Music. I got hit with there's a country singer named Cam, who was signed to, I believe at the time, was signed to a major label. I got a cease and desist from her management, and basically I was told that, and I'm saying it now because I don't care if it's over, but I was told to not move forward with the promotion of my project, and it'll be in my best interest to not move forward with the promotion of my project. And I was like, fuck music, fuck this shit, fuck all that. I'm not doing it no more. And I quit. I didn't sing because I'm a singer. I didn't sing for like a whole year. I became a caseworker. Got a job at the food stamp office. And I said, don't ask me shit about singing. And then I had just ended a 6-year relationship too. And it was just so much shit was just over. And I was like, don't ask me nothing about nothing. I don't want to remind me of nothing.
I know about them blue and yellow tracks and them MEPD cases. My work for the food stamp, my first
case. Yeah. So
Shit.
And I was like done. I was done. But then that's when the transition of trying to figure out who I am as a person, and knowing that I didn't need none of the people, and I became them.
I feel like every artist needs to listen to this story though, because when you come out, you're not thinking about how many other people are named Cam. you just think about like, there's my name, that's what I originally stuck with. And the moment that it pops, stuff like that does like happen, and it's like you got to start over again, bro.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm fucking done. Like, excuse my language, but that's real. Like, it's real. I was done. I was like, don't ask me to sing. I'm not going to no damn studio. I ain't listening. I really didn't listen to music. I was done.
Well,
And
shit. What brought you back?
so I was actually more bigger than this. I was actually at one point, I was like 400 pounds. Like I gained a lot of weight.
Okay.
And I decided to just start getting in the gym. I started working out and I lost over 100 pounds. I'm still losing, still trying to get some units. And I was like, you know what? I was like, let me give it one more shot. And no pun intended, shot. But let me give it one more shot. Yeah, let me give it one more shot.
Single title.
I started working with Icon Beats. He's actually someone that I connected with. He's actually out of Philly, and on the East Coast. I know a lot of people in New York. Mo, everyone was from New York, so that's how I connected with. I reconnected with him.
And so,
And then I worked with a songwriter. His name is Char.
okay.
And him and I, we did two songs called Wishy, which is not out there yet, and then Shot in the Dark. And and I recorded with Superman at Red Link Studio.
Shout out.
Put out the single on my mother's birthday, who's no longer here. And then I just was like, let me just not get a manager. Because technically, I still don't have a manager.
You don't need one.
You don't need one.
But I was like, let me use all of my resources
Yeah.
until I can't fucking use them no more.
Just
I got people that can help me along the way. I have some people, not some people in the way, but some people are still down for me and that will help me. So I called in people I knew. And the single's at over 100,000 streams. It's on 25 platforms, 2 TV appearances. Opened up for LePag, Nia Snow, Amanda Perez. Like, it's all within a 4-month period. And then getting ready to gear up for the second single, and the album is done. And just trying to fucking grind, man. More shit's coming, but this was probably the most visibility I ever got, and it was 95% up by me.
yeah.
I don't know if y'all can see the smile on my face.
A lot of money spent
to this man's talking. I am genuinely happy for this man. We just met today. When I hear stories like this about somebody grinding, damn near giving up,
Did give up.
pushing for, no, you didn't give up because you're still going. You didn't give up. You thought you gave up.
Cam gave up.
Cam gave up. DenHim ain't give up shit.
Yeah.
It was a rebirth again.
It was a stronger version.
It was a, there you go. It was a rebirth. It was your metamorphosis. I love to see things like this because I'm genuinely happy for people who, it doesn't have to be music, just people who are striving to be better, who are trying to win, who are just literally trying to do their shit. They just want to be the best versions of themselves. How can you hate somebody like that?
Yeah.
How can you not be, how can you be envious of someone who is still trying? They trying their motherfucking best. How can you hate that? How can you hate that?
None of this was planned. Like all the past stuff, everything was strategically planned. This time I was like, let me just use every fucking resource like I till I cannot use it no more. And then when the time comes, when that deal comes or whatever, it'll come. If it don't, fucking still moving. Yeah.
I would tell you, a lot of motherfuckers who think they're working and doing some shit, they ain't got 100,000.
When I started though, I started
You working?
the new DenHim page 8 months ago. When Shot in the Dark came out, I had 1,000 followers.
Okay.
I'm at 13,000 followers. The same, like, just fellowship, right, bro?
What shit?
And I'm proud of this shit. Like,
No, you should be, because you earned it. And again, because that's the same thing that the label would look at and go, oh, well, you don't got 150K, we can't really do nothing with you. Not knowing that
the journey.
you're capable. It's the journey and your capability.
Yeah. So imagine what would be behind with the utility behind you.
My point.
But you have to understand, my foundation's already created. So when a label gets behind it, now I am not scared
They
because
better buy into you. You know the game now.
I already have my own leverage.
You know the game now.
They're gonna have to listen to something versus back in the day where I was
Man, they got to buy into you. You know the game.
yeah.
You got the sauce. I like that. I appreciate that.
And
It's what you got.
it's not a lot of people that like have as much knowledge on the music industry and knowledge of strategy, to be specific, because a lot of people know what goes on, but it's the strategy of it that a lot of people don't know. And for you, I feel like you were in it for so long now, it's second nature, because the way that you campaigned that page, when I went back and looked at it, I was like, I was really thinking that you might have had a label behind you, or you might have had a mentor that is on a big label, but like, you know, to know that you took what you learned and now you're using it to make your own machine is really how you like really win.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. In the beginning, I was scared because I was like, fuck, if I really want to go hard, I might need an investor. I might need a label. So I did explore all of before Shot in the Dark came out, because I recorded it in August. I came out with it in October. But for that like little month before it dropped and I was doing the video, doing the photo shoots and getting my shit together, I was like, okay, I have a job. I can cover some of this shit, but I don't see how I can have a effective rollout.
It just takes time.
But I just had to keep pushing and pushing and pushing, and it's some shit
You never see it.
with
It
our
comes together like puzzle pieces.
Yeah.
It comes together like puzzle pieces, and it might not be the puzzle that you thought you solved, but it's still gonna be your puzzle. All the pieces will be perfectly put together. They will be. It takes time. It does take time. Man, I love to hear this shit. This shit is motivational as hell. This shit get easier more.
That's what I told him. I was like, it's motivation.
Motivation. It really is. It truly is. I'm not even guessing. Like it's motivational because again, we're talking about other fellow artists who might be fans, who might be potential fans, just somebody who might just scroll across this page on our YouTube page and see like, Dad, bro, kicking like, nah, fam, I was there. I'm there right now. What is something that you would have been able? That's why I always like to ask our guests here. What is something that you would have been able to? Because I love that you reinvented yourself so many times. You can ask. I'm pretty sure you can ask in spirit break. What's something that you would be able to tell the younger version of you, or a younger artist that's sitting here right now, in today's time, trying to figure out this music thing, learning who to trust, who to maneuver with? What's a good piece of advice that you could give them, or something that you can tell them to stay away from?
You got more power than you think.
Man,
You got more power than you think. I would tell myself that, because especially the version of me, I won't tell myself when I was with Mo, I won't tell that, because that was my learning period, that was my connection period. But I'll say when I came back and for that Cam era, that whole shitty
right?
oh, like I was so not confident, because I was just so like, I need a team, I need somebody, I need people.
We're just assuming that you need.
Yeah, and I'm like, and I would tell myself then, my 21-year-old self, because I'm 24 now, specifically, that was one of the lowest points of my life. And nigga, you good on your own, right? You're good on your own, right? And just enjoy, just do the journey and just grow. Stop overthinking it. That's what I'm telling myself. It's so not strategic, but it's great. I mean, because I was searching, searching.
Do you think that we get scared into, or like, is it more a trick, or do we scare ourselves into running after the machine and not realizing that if you drive, budget, and push hard enough to really push, not half-eggs, you are the machine.
The power's within yourself.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. Every artist is so different, because the other artists that I know, everyone's journey is different. The ones that are more successful than me, the ones that are still trying to get it. Okay. Everyone's story is so different. So I can't even compare, but I can give any artist advice. You know, just the power's within you and God. It's it.
He just gave you the other half, yo.
So
He just that's the other half. The power is between you
and God.
and the power is between God. It's not really no leeway. Okay?
That's great, bro. Everything happens on time for a reason. Like, you had to go through some of the things that you had to go through to get to the point that you are now, to gain the knowledge that you have now. So that way, when it's, time of the battle, you prepared. Now you're prepared in this. And I feel like, I ain't gonna lie, bro, you gonna pop this year. Like, you gonna get a charter this year. It's Sunday boy yours.
I can see
because the way, like,
too close.
Yeah, the avenues that you know, the people that you know, and the way that you're moving is just a matter of time before it happens. Like,
there ain't people and pray. Keep praying. Always to see what
it's already
what they
there.
at you.
It's here we side with you.
So you got extra people praying with you now. Yeah, it's not just you. You got extra people. And I love, again, y'all gotta remember, it's no harm in rooting for somebody else. Just because they're ahead of you, you can still cheer up on. A lot of times,
You ain't got to be their fan. I'll cut you off. You ain't got to be their fan because some people they feel like they lowering themselves by supporting. Just look at them as your peer.
why?
They're your peers.
Yeah.
Important.
Why?
You want them to like your
Like a
shit.
family member. That's the only way. If you can't look at them as a peer, it's I kinship to like a cousin.
But I'm not even gonna lie. Like on my rides, the people that I thought were my peers or whatever, like all my fans, I don't know none of them. I don't like. There's a few of them that I know, but I don't know that they're all in New York and Jersey, and that's fine.
So I tell you,
But everybody else, a lot of them dropped off, and they stopped. I'm not gonna say they stopped fucking with me, because when the big moments happen, they're there. But then, like in the journey, in the process, it was like the energy was so much like, "Who the fuck you think he is?"
The process is always to take it out of your city. And when everybody else out of your city gives you the recognition, then your city will start to give you recognition.
unfortunately,
And this is how it goes.
it's true.
I don't really know why I haven't
Mr.
started
is a
that.
great city for that shit, but it shows us that shit all.
Monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah, type of shit. It really is. Because like you could go to LA, right? And LA, they will cheer you on, they will raise their hands, and they don't even know you, bro. You do a show here and they actually do know you,
And just will stand around at the show.
they're gonna be like this.
I remember when I was promoting Shot in the Dark. I was on a club run. I went to Paradise HTX, and shout out to DJ Don P. He was playing my single, and he said, "Hey, get on the stage and introduce yourself." It was before the single came out,
Right.
and there was like a group of like dudes my age and girls and guys, and they were heavily into talking shit the whole time. And I just had to ignore them. And like, one side of the club was showing me love, and then they ass was sitting out. That shit's whack. Fuck, like who the fuck is that?
Because y'all would rather hear a certain genre of music that after we cut it off, that person made their money and you gotta go back to your regular $8.75.
Damn, thanks. I like the people that gotta go do that.
You surprised. Those are usually because what I noticed is, okay, now correct this, bro. People who make money very seldom have time to behave that way.
Yeah.
I'm too busy moving. Yes.
People who are making money very seldom have time to waste their time to go outside, to pay money, to be in a place, to behave that way. Nigga, you could have stayed home for that shit. We could have watched Showtime at the Apollo and went boo on the TV and then that shit for free. You're showing me where you stand in the bracket, and I'm not even doing like I'm better than you type of shit. That just lets you know, like, that's not your crowd. Okay, cool. Thank y'all for being here. I'm gonna stay over here. Because you know who's vibing with me, you know who's moving, you know who's these people over here. I'm gonna let y'all like an ass. Unfortunately, you don't get a performance anymore. So have a good night. Enjoy the rest of what y'all doing. Because at a certain point, I realized like these are the same people who will say, "Oh, I could do that shit. That shit ain't easy." Let me stop that. I own a studio on the north side. I say that shit all the time. Like I would give you a free hour. I'm gonna coach you. I'll give you a free beat and a free hour. I will pay for you to come to my studio to come rap. Come. You think you can do that shit? Come here. I'm an engineer. No wait. I'll show you how much. I'm gonna show you how fucking easy this shit is not. Come do it. You won't get 15 seconds of a song done in an hour, and be looking at me crazy like I did some shit. No, this is you.
We've been doing this
For years.
I just say,
For years, my boy. Come on, man. It's sad. So those people, I realize, like, we thank y'all for showing up. We thank y'all for being warm bodies in the place. Other than that,
I just say we gonna see.
we gonna see.
I wasn't offended at all.
That's it. Thank you for being here. I'm gonna have the last laugh. While y'all giggling now, it's cool. I seen a video of Travis Scott when he was doing his first shows. Have y'all ever? It's a video that just started resurfacing around like the middle of last year. Travis is in like he's trying to do like a Rager song, and this nigga is mosh crashing in the room with like 10 people, and niggas are looking like the fuck, and it's black people. They looking like, is this nigga on dope or fucking dog food? Gotta be one of the two, right? Cut to 10 years later, we have Travis Fest, we got Astro Fest, we got Astro World,
The biggest rate.
and look, no disrespect, who died because it went from nobody giving a fuck to black people playing like they give a fuck about raging just to be cool in the city. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, just ride your wave, because at a certain point, it'll 360. They always come back around and they're gonna say, hey, nah, bro, because you remember when you performed the HOB, I was really fucking with that shit. No, you wasn't. No, you wasn't. I remember, because nobody was fucking with my shit. I remember that night. Nigga, I went home and I cried. That's what y'all don't know. They don't know about times like that. Nigga, I low-key, like the moment I made sure I was alone in the parking lot, niggas was in the car like, oh my God, I don't think I can do this shit no more. They fucked me up in there.
Not even as an artist, but as an entrepreneur, your favorite word just gotta be, oh, okay. And just keep it pushing.
It's okay.
Oh, okay, thank you. And just keep on, because the faster you move, you go forget about it. And you
roll off. They gotta roll off.
And they'll see.
Roll off. And they will see.
But they ain't even about
something. And they will see. It's never truly about them. I think what they end up doing, adding themselves into the journey, is we always need those doubters and those naysayers. They have to be a part of the journey. I don't think that they even realize that they're haters or they're whatever we have to call them, the naysayers, the whatevers. They have to be a part of it. Somebody got to do it. It's the yin and the yang of the world, right? If we want to be creatives, somebody has to hate this shit, right? If we want to be millionaires, somebody has to hate that you have money. Somebody just has to hate your work ethic. It's not that you can't give them 15 free seminars on everything you did, all of the steps, you know what they're going to miss and all of that shit, the hard work. The hard work. It just takes it's going to take some sleepless nights.
Yeah.
It's going to take some tears. It's going to take some sweat. It's going to take some blood. It's going to take a lot of your money.
Yeah.
A ton of your money.
Lots of money you ain't got.
Yeah.
That you don't have yet, that you've already spent ahead of.
Other people's money.
Listen, that you can't pay back.
You don't know what you
that you won't pay back.
Have y'all ever had, as an artist, a situation where, you know, you book something, whether it be a show, a studio session, or whatever the case may be, and you know that doing this is going to leave your account at $1?
Asked.
Yeah.
Asked up.
And then the next day, you magically get like $200.
Asked up. That's how you know you're supposed to be doing it.
Yeah.
I always say the same shit. That's how you know you're in the right lane.
But there was moments.
That's how you know you're in the right vein.
There was moments, though. I'll never forget what the month. This was a moment because that was happening for a while, and then it got old. I guess for some people, for me, it was got tired.
Oh, you slave.
But I'll never forget. I did the platform. Shout out to We on the Corner. I'll never forget for We on the Corner. One of the platforms I did. They just like, hey, it'll be $250 to do the platform or whatever.
That's on the wall with the hanging mic.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I just said. I just got back from Atlanta and I ate up a couple family members, still friends. I said, hey, y'all got it because I was broke. I was paying already.
It's real.
I was door dashing.
It was real.
And I said to myself, I already had told them. They were like, hey, when y'all, they already gave me the time. They said, be there at a certain time. And them niggas probably got aggravated me. I said, I door dashed for 24 hours straight. So I booked with them like it's 5 p.m. that day.
Right.
And then I door dashed till like 4 in the morning. And I sent like 75, then I sent like 50, then I sent like stop get gas, keep DoorDash, stop get gas, and I sent it, and I went to work.
You sent it out.
My nigga, I went to work, and I left work early. I was like, oh, I'm sick, and I just left, and I went to go do one in the corner. I was so delirious, and I was so tired, and if you look, I'm wearing sunglasses because I'm just so fucking tight, and I was negative $60. Everything was stayed in my pay, so I could still take it. But it's those times where it's like, do you really want to do this? And how bad do you want
Because he
this?
could have just dry canceled and kept his
Yeah. Yeah.
He could have canceled
And that was out for Wilson.
Yes, it was.
And there was so many nights like that. That was one of many nights.
Man, he's on the right path. You're on the right path, brother. You're on the right path, my brother. Talk to the people. Tell us what else you got coming.
Yeah, so I got a single, second single, Suspect, will be coming out on Valentine's Day. Along with the music video will probably be the following week after that. And then my album, The Get Back, will be out also during spring of 2025.
So this will be the first album.
Vision, first album. It's 11 songs and a remix. And yeah, we rocking. I just listen bitches. Oh,
You go, oh, shit, I was about to say, I know you got something to say. Look, while he was fronting and trying to play like, all right, it's all touch, it's all, you know what I'm saying, with the labels. I bet you got a couple label players. So,
I know we can see.
I know he got a couple players.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see. But this will definitely be a project. It's y'all gonna see. I can't say much. Y'all gonna see.
I love it. And if it's under wraps, that kind of gives me label vibes. Okay, are we getting label vibes? Are we?
Bro, from the moment that I opened his page, I'm telling you, I thought that you were either on the label, getting mentored by somebody that was on the label, or something like that. Because everybody tries to drop a bunch of songs, right? And you're working the same record, like, no,
That's how
months. That's
a label one
process.
That's a label one.
Accumulation.
Yeah.
Like he's all, but like you said, because he got probably vetted by somebody who was on the label, you understand the system and how the game probably works. So now, is the game changing, y'all? Yes. Is there an adaptability to the game? Of course. But what he's talking about, what we've been talking about this entire interview, is the OG run of the game, i.e., how you get to a point of being you, networking, finding a mentor, finding a label, getting asked out from the label, getting asked out from your mentor. Shit, damn, they're getting asked out from everybody, and then having
Tens and lots of managers.
Yeah, bro. I'm glad you said that shit, because nobody needs a manager
unless you got something to manage.
until
it's unmanageable.
Yes, until you can't manage it yourself.
And I'm gonna get to that point.
Nah, keep hold on to it until you like, all right, bro, I can't do this shit no more, because
Like literally, every time you open your phone, it's like too much. You need your manager, because they only need to be taking a piece of the pie when it's time to eat. Like they be ready to fucking get off on everything and swear to God that they was there from day one.
And they better have some contacts, some great contacts. Otherwise,
Do something for me.
I kind of left out a part of the story.
Okay.
So I did have a manager for a very, very short time before the shot came out. I totally forgot about this shit.
Was it good or bad, buddy?
I don't know. I wasn't long, but I genuinely, I was looking for like maybe a month.
Okay.
I met a girl, an R&B singer. Her name is Nelsie. She has a single that was viral called Options. And me and her got cool. And she introduced me to her manager, Chico. I'll say name, I don't care. A manager named Chico.
You ready to tear this shit down?
And this was the first manager, aside from Lil Mo, that signed me and was like, based off of a friendship and our relationship. It was just based off of like, hey, do it. And I was like, okay, this is meant to be. He ain't charging me. Let's do this.
Right.
He said he had investors. It was all the shit that was promised. That's when I secretly did Shot in the Dark. I did a few other songs. I presented it to them. I said, hey, here's the artwork. I did the artwork myself. I was like, here's my video treatment that I wrote up. I didn't do the video yet, but I was like, I was hoping they would try to help me invest me.
Wow, but
Man, I planned my own rollout, a couple platforms in Atlanta. I did the music video, paid for the video myself. I did everything my goddamn self, got the song mixed and mastered, and everything just kept getting prolonged, kept getting prolonged. And I said to myself, I do not want this fucking song to blow up, and these motherfuckers want 20% of whatever the hell streams I made.
they would.
And y'all niggas didn't do shit for me. And I just said, I hit up his assistant. I said, please just affirm my management agreement.
Yeah.
And I tried, and she was like, you're making a big mistake.
Oh, that was the smartest thing ever.
And I was independent ever since.
Who's that, Mo?
No, this was
The manager of the
They always do that too.
month before Shot came.
Of course, they just get let's get her.
Yeah.
Or it's pension.
I was like, I didn't care. It's like, okay, we'll see.
Making the big mistake.
Your journey was like so many others that have succeeded. You know what I'm saying?
It was succeeded, but it's like literally how all the stories start.
Yeah.
It's how all the wins is how you start. Like the ones that win, this is how they start.
He recently hit me up and DM'd me like a week ago, and he said, "Hey, we gotta work together, but I'm letting you go. I can charge now." Pop just like hit me up.
Right?
Shit.
Yeah, we good, bro.
Yeah. I'm petty. That's one.
Nah, bro, I be the same way.
What's the name of our album again?
To get back.
The Get Back.
Get back.
So, what motivates that? The back.
The whole journey.
It's I was about to say, because I was like, he had to revamp, recreate, reinvent, fucking recoup the game. I mean, so this is the Get Back. This is the payback for all of the accumulated trauma, horrible time.
Lil Carp, not back.
Well, call for yourself, of course.
Yeah.
I call me for that.
And then got nothing to do with me.
Back.
Got nothing to do with me.
I love it. That boy said that's between them and God.
Man, I tell you, that's how you gotta be for real. That's how you gotta be to know love.
Yeah. But no, man, it's a journey. That's all I did.
Just saying. Get back to 11 songs. So of course we say, look, are we doing any? Are you gonna give us some like St. Breezy type shit where you rapping and singing as the
I don't rap.
oh, okay, so just straight melodies, straight harmony, straight hooks, straight
Niggas on the sing.
okay, going through straight on beat. So do you ever dabble as like, like doing like, how they like do like a quick speed sing that kind of sound like rappy a little bit like that, but it's still in that vein, just doing dabble that way, or is it just straight?
A part of my sound is because Icon Beats, he's from Philly. Drill and sexy drill in Jersey Club is very popular up in the East Coast.
I'm from Jersey, so yes.
Yeah. So basically, a majority of the style is a mix between like Jersey Club, sexy drill, mixed with like early 2000s R&B. I do have a couple of like traditional R&B songs, it's about 3 or 4, but a majority of it, that's my song.
Okay.
And so there are sometimes like Shot in the Dark is a sexy drill song, but it's like a mid-tempo, breakup song. So, that's just kind of like the sound. And, there's no love songs on the project.
Yeah, boy, say deal. It's revenge.
Talking shit.
That's what I was saying. Like, it sounds like a revenge. Like, it's a comeback. Like, he was like, the get back.
You getting back to
But the nigga getting back, but that could be played 2 ways.
it is.
To me, real well on.
That's the main way. Man, it's your boy Christian Davis again. We at the studio radio show. We got my boy Cam and my boy DenHim. Tell them where they can find it.
Y'all can find me, DenHim Music on YouTube. DenHim, it's DenHim on IG. It's DenHim on TikTok. It's DenHim on Twitter. It's whatever y'all call it. Y'all can find me on DenHim Hailey on Facebook. And if y'all want to reach me or reach my booking, it's DenHim.com. And Kia Jeffrey, she's my booking agent. So if y'all get me, holler at me. And yeah,
Got him, man.
Shot in the Dark is out. February 14th. Oh, that was out there.
Shot in the Dark, out right now. Suspect, February 14th. And the Get Back coming on Valentine's Day.
Yep, Suspect, that was Tuesday.
Suspect.
The Get Back, or later 2025, spring.
Okay, the Get Back is later on this year.
A lot of shit, sorry.
But it's the first shit. No, it's good, but we got us all in on it. And man, that boy said he's motherfucking ready to go. It's your boy Christian Davis. I'm here. Cam, talk to him.
Yo, it's Cham, it's Cam. You already know where to follow me. Cham, 1K, everywhere, Cham _ 1K.
And just like that, God damn it, we appreciate y'all. DenHim, we thank you for coming out, my brother.
Thank you.
Y'all bless y'all. Look out for this work, man. That morning, this man is working. He's in this world, ready to go. And shit, just like that, we did it again.